Listen carefully because what I told you yesterday just became reality. I warned you the strait was never truly open. I told you the ceasefire came with conditions. I told you the peace deal was a trap, and that trap has now been triggered. This is not speculation anymore. This is confirmation. As of April 23rd, Iran's military command has officially declared that control of the Strait of Hormuz has been fully reinstated under strict armed supervision. And here's what the headlines aren't saying yet. The strait didn't stay open, it shut back down within 18 hours. Live fire, no warnings. An oil tanker was engaged. Multiple vessels forced to turn back, including a supertanker carrying nearly 2 million barrels of Iraqi crude. A container ship was hit. At least 8 tankers reversed course. The so-called peace window, it just collapsed. And if you're watching this right now, you need to understand something immediately. This isn't just a geopolitical event. This is the moment that resets gold. This is the trigger that reprices silver. And this could be the most important trading week of 2026. I'm John, your Golden Exchange, and this is your full April 23 breakdown. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to see will change how you understand the last 18 hours, and more importantly, what comes next. By the time this is over, you'll know exactly what really happened, why it was entirely predictable. The 4 separate forces now converging on the silver market at the same time. What Wednesday's deadline truly means. What happens to your position if it passes without a deal? And the smart strategy for every type of holder as markets reopen Monday. But first, follow me closely. Before we go into the data, one critical note. This channel, Golden Exchange, is the only official source of this content. There are impersonators using my name and brand to push paid groups, signals, and request money. That's not me. It never has been. If anyone claiming to be me asks you for money, report them immediately and come back here. You found the real one. Everything in this video is educational analysis based on verified public data. Nothing here is financial advice. Always verify the numbers yourself using the sources below and consult a qualified financial professional before making any decision. Now let's break down what actually happened. Friday, April 17th headlines said the Strait of Hormuz was open. Markets rallied. Gold pushed toward $4,190. Silver held above $83. Financial media started writing the peace narrative. But I told you something different. I told you the reopening was conditional, tied to a fragile 10-day ceasefire already being violated, while the U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports was still fully active. And that nothing, absolutely nothing, had changed structurally for gold and silver. Then 18 hours passed. Saturday, April 18th. Iran's Joint Military Command confirmed the worst-case scenario, exactly as outlined. Control of Hormuz returned to its previous state. That means full IRGC control. Permits required. Commercial access restricted. And then it escalated. According to the UK Maritime Trade Operations, IRGC vessels opened fire on a commercial tanker northeast of Oman. No warning, no communication. Other ships were forced to turn back. At least 8 tankers reversed course. That's not policy, that's enforcement. Now here's what matters. At the same time, Shanghai silver was trading at a 13.09% premium, over $10 above COMEX. Chinese buyers are paying up for physical metal, not paper. That's not noise. That's structural stress, and Hormuz is just the trigger. Now let me show you why this isn't just noise, this is a repeating pattern. On January 25, 2026, Shanghai silver hit $112 per ounce, while Western spot lagged far behind. Then what happened? The paper market followed. Not theory, pattern. Second force, China's sulfuric acid export ban, effective May weren't. This is the part almost nobody explains correctly. Sulfuric acid is essential for processing copper and zinc. And silver. It's a byproduct of that system. Roughly 30% of global silver supply depends on those operations. If acid supply disappears, refining slows. When refining slows, silver output drops. China exported $349 million worth of sulfuric acid in 2024, the largest supplier globally. That flow goes to zero in 13 days. Some producers are already down to 30 to 60 days of reserves. When that runs out, cuts begin. When cuts begin, silver supply contracts. And that's happening after 6 straight years of deficits. Third, Wednesday's Iran deadline. No deal yet. The U.S. demands zero enrichment. Iran offers a temporary pause. Those positions don't meet. Fourth, COMEX. Roughly 77 million ounces of registered silver against over 560 million ounces in paper claims. That's the bottleneck. Either price rises to pull in metal, or the system gets forced to resolve it. 4 forces, 1 window. And none of them are about peace. The Shanghai premium, the sulfuric acid supply shock, Wednesday's Iran deadline, and the COMEX countdown. These are not headlines. These are structural pressures, converging inside a 12 to 14-day window. Now, I know some of you trimmed positions yesterday. Gold near $4,190. Silver at $83. Green screens. Peace headlines. It looked like a top. I'm not here to criticize that. Taking profit is never wrong. But here's what the data says. Nothing changed. Not the 762 million ounce structural deficit. Not the 13.09% Shanghai premium. Not the May 4 sulfuric acid ban. Not the paper to physical imbalance on COMEX. The only thing that changed is short-term sentiment. And commodities don't care about sentiment. They care about supply. And supply is tightening. This is a 2-layer market now. Paper price driven by headlines. Physical price driven by real buyers, especially in Shanghai, paying over 13% premiums for metal. Those two prices must converge. And with 6 years of deficits, collapsing inventories, and real-world stress escalating, there's only one direction that convergence resolves. Now listen carefully, because this is where positioning separates amateurs from prepared holders. In a COMEX delivery squeeze, the gap widens. SLV tracks paper silver physical premiums can move independently. That's not a reason to sell. It's a reason to understand what you own and prepare for divergence after April 30. If you're in AGQ, volatility is about to expand. Leverage cuts both ways. A deal by Wednesday, paper silver drops fast, no deal. It spikes. AGQ is not for blind holding into binary geopolitical risk. Size your position knowing 15 to 20% swings are on the table. For GLD, Monday's open will be watched globally. Hormuz escalation is exactly what hedge algorithms react to. A breakout above key resistance signals the strongest technical move of this cycle. And if you hold Fizz, this is your thesis in real time. Physical, allocated, outside the system. Nothing about the structural story has weakened. Now here's the framework. Branch 1, deal reached. Metals drop 5 to 8% short term. Use it. Accumulate. Branch 2, no deal. Ceasefire collapses. Hormuz stays closed. That's when repricing begins. Now this is where outcomes accelerate. If IRGC activity in the Strait of Hormuz continues or escalates, gold breaks above $4,122. Silver follows. Oil spikes. And every algorithm that rotated out on Friday rotates back in. Harder. In that scenario, positions held through the peace trap get paid. Scenario 3, partial deal, vague language. Markets see progress, but direction disappears. Violent swings. No clarity. That's the most dangerous environment for leveraged tools like AGQ, but least threatening for physical holders and PSLV. Scenario 4, escalation. Another military incident involving a major power. This is no longer theoretical. A tanker was fired upon. Ships forced to turn back. If the next response comes from a nation with force, metals won't drift. They will reprice. So here's the takeaway. 18 hours, that's how long peace lasted. Nothing changed structurally. It accelerated. Shanghai premiums above 13%. China's sulfuric acid ban in 13 days. COMEX notice approaching. No Iran deal. Accumulate slowly. Never chase spikes. Never sell core positions on temporary calm. Let patience do what institutions are already doing, quietly stacking while headlines distract. Numbers don't lie. The physical market doesn't lie. And today, both are saying the same thing, at the same time. Every figure in this breakdown is backed by verifiable sources. Reports confirm Iran has reimposed control over the Strait of Hormuz. Maritime authorities confirmed the live fire incident. Tanker tracking data confirms vessels turning back. Shanghai confirms a 13.09% silver premium as of April 17. China's sulfuric acid export ban is set for May 4. COMEX inventory data is public. The global silver deficit is documented in the latest survey. Don't trust blindly. Verify everything yourself. That's the standard here. Now do this, drop the current gold and silver price in the comments. Right now. Whatever you see on your screen is real-time data. That's how this community tracks the shift together. If this analysis changed how you see the week ahead, hit like. That one click is how this reaches holders before Monday's open, before irreversible decisions are made. Subscribe, turn on notifications, because when Wednesday hits, when COMEX updates, when the export ban activates, this is where you come first. Before you go answer this, are you prepared for scenario 2 or waiting to react? I'm John. Hormuz shut in 18 hours. IRGC opened fire. Shanghai plus 13%. Supply shock in 13 days. Wednesday is the deadline. The trap is already in motion. Accumulate slowly. Stay patient. I'll see you after Wednesday.